In a house so loud, three boys running around. A baby girl so sweet, life's a hectic beat.
Welcome back to our lovely chaos.
What's going
A lot. Welcome back, guys. So, happy Mundial
on? El Mundial.
World Cup 2026.
Ganó México ayer.
Ganó Mexico.
2-0.
Yes, 2-0, which is a great start. This Mundial is a little different for us. Oh my god. As you can tell, it's the morning and our crows are
Our crows are crowing.
crowing, which means good things. But anyways, so this Mundial is a little different for us because I've been pregnant every Mundial.
Since we met.
Meaning
So Mundial.
the first Mundial we were together, I was pregnant from Julian.
No. Oh, sí.
Yeah.
Sí.
The second Mundial, I was pregnant
With
from
Iker.
Iker. Third Mundial, I was pregnant from Alec. Even though it was like during COVID.
No. You weren't
No?
pregnant with Alec. You were pregnant with the...
With the baby that I lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, I was. And I was pregnant. And then
This Mundial.
this one,
We're set.
I was not pregnant. So it's a little... My voice is gone again, guys.
No, pues tanta gritadera también.
Yeah, yesterday we screamed, we party, we wilded out a little bit with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, it's a little different because, yeah, like I'm not pregnant. The kids are older.
Ahora sí,
They understand
they're
the
getting
concept.
excited. For
Yeah,
Julian at least también. Iker, yeah.
I think is like just on the wagon.
A little bit. I mean, at that age, that's exactly what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
and Eliana's here just for a good time.
Yeah.
And so it's very different. So I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I, like a few years ago, like 10 years ago, I was in a pageant, a beauty pageant, which was
not 10 más.
I think you may further know how old we are. I'm just kidding.
It was
yeah, a little bit longer.
It was before me and you, so 13, 14.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys.
15 years?
Mm-hmm. And so...
¿Cuándo ganaste? 11?
No, to 2012.
So 15.
Oh my god. Anyways.
No, 14. Sorry, 14 years.
Okay, the point is, it was a long time ago then, and I was in a beauty pageant called Señoritas Fiestas Patrias, that is done by el Comité Mexicano Cívico Patriótico de Los Ángeles, and
Say that 5 times fast.
Seriously, I was invited by a really good friend of mine, and so I went. It was a great experience, guys. Great. I was there for a good time. I was learning so much, but overall, I was learning how us as Mexican Americans have a very important role of not losing our culture,
conserving our culture,
or forgetting our culture as being Mexican Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's the other word for it too? It's chicanos.
Yeah, we are Chicanos.
Con papás mexicanos, pero nosotros nacimos aquí.
Yes, and what happens a lot of times is us as Mexican Americans, we lose that, because we're half American, and so obviously we're living.
Well, we're full American.
Sorry.
Por eso somos chicanos.
Pero venimos de padres mexicanos.
Uh-huh.
So obviously we're here, we're living the culture, the American culture, and obviously it's easy for us to forget, nuestras raíces. With that being said, this el comité makes sure that we keep our culture alive, that we don't forget where we come from, and to keep that alive. And so I learned that from being part of this pageant. And thank God I won the pageant. It was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me.
I'm literally married to a queen.
Yeah, that's what he calls me, his queen. And so after that, I went on to do events with them. I was part of a lot of things. And like I said, I learned a lot from that. And growing up, my parents also taught me to never forget where I was coming from, right?
Timon.
I was sent to Mexico half of the time of the year. You can tell. Summer. Well, I was sent during the summer. Then every holiday, usually Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and spring break, we were actually in Mexico. So you can put that together. It's like half of the year we were.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
We were in Mexico, and half of the year here in the United States. And sometimes we were sent out there by ourselves. And cuando íbamos para Mexico, we lived with my grandma. So my grandma taught us her way, which is, Mexican. Yo crecí la mitad de mi vida siendo mexicana and half of mi vida siendo americana, which a lot of Mexican Americans don't have that. And if they do, it's very rare. So going back, I learned how to, so mi español no es el mejor, pero es muy claro, lo hablo muy bien. And so that has taught me and has given me the ability to be able to teach my kids how to be Mexican Americans, even though they're actually fully Americans. Even their parents are American.
Yeah, so they're second generation.
So this goes to the Mundial. We have been able to teach our kids that, son mexicanos, vienen de raíces mexicanas. Cuando viene el 15 de septiembre, which is, Mexican Independence Day, we throw a big party around here.
Mm-hmm. And don't get it twisted, but we do celebrate both.
Yeah,
we do celebrate the 4th of July too. Yeah. And, obviously son de aquí. Yeah. And we gotta make sure that they're oh crap, I just lost it.
Multicultural.
Multicultural, obviously, so we make sure that they do celebrate both.
Yeah, so they do that, but I think that part of being having their American, what is it called, their American heritage alive, that is easily taken care of by the people that surround him. So school and stuff like that, right? So our job as parents is to inculcarles de donde vienen, sus raíces, su gente. And like I said, we celebrate el 15 de septiembre. Like if we were in Mexico, literally we'll sit there, watch la independencia.
El grito.
El grito.
Well, depends. What if it's a school night, pues es un poquito más difícil because el grito.
We still let them stay over.
Most of the time we do, but it's a las 10 de la noche here, so.
Yeah, we go. Sometimes we've gone to events in Los Angeles, in Plaza Mexico, which they do a lot of things. In la Placita Olvera, we've done. I mean, our job.
We're not there en la noche, but we're there during the day.
Yeah, during the day.
So we've done that once, twice. I think twice now.
Yeah, so we've done our job, and so the Mundial is one of the things that we're like, no. We're going to take advantage. We're going to teach them, especially, long story short, Eric
I've been waiting for this forever.
His whole life.
Como Lisa, like she said, I mean, she's been pregnant. So the cool part is that this is a side of her I have not seen, again, because she has not been pregnant. Yeah. So she's excited for it to be watching it and everything. So it's been great.
Yeah, so.
And then a little bit about the way I grew up is the same thing. I mean, I used to go a lot to Mexico también. And what's cool too, which is a little bit.
Él es de rancho. Yo sé de ciudad un poquito, pero he's de rancho.
Yeah. ¿No? My parents are from Michoacán. He's de un pueblito called Cumuato, Michoacán, which is right next to La Barca, Jalisco. So it's like, I mean, just so you guys can get your geography. A little Mexican geography class right now.
Great.
Pero when I was 11, my parents actually made me dual citizens. So I'm not just a citizen of the U.S. I'm also a citizen of Mexico. I can get like my Mexican passport and everything. I just haven't. And what's cool, what I'm gonna do, and I've been trying to do forever, is just like, let's get it honest. I've been lazy. Is to make me, acá mi esposa, my queen here, a citizen too, which she can now, because not just because of her parents, obviously, but because she's married
to him.
But because she's married to me, and then make my kids dual citizens as well. So that's on the list, and I'm do that pretty soon.
So, going back to Mundial, right? So, I went all out this year. I was like, okay, I'm gonna decorate the house. The house is gonna stay decorated. You know, like when you decorate
and
for
she's
Christmas?
not the biggest soccer fan, so again, that's why I said it's a little different, that she's excited.
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
not the biggest soccer fan. Like, me and soccer are not, like, I wasn't a soccer player. You know, like, I don't understand the concept of soccer that way, or I didn't used to know or understand the concept of soccer. You know, like, I'm not a pro, but long story short, my husband was a soccer player for almost a decade. So that, with that being said, he was like a passionate soccer player. When I talk, is he lived, he breathed, he like ate, like that was his life, soccer. And so when I met him, soccer was literally like
It was everything.
50% of his life, and then it was me.
It was either school or soccer.
Yeah, and then I started little by little, like, honey, you know, you're marrying a queen.
Marry me. That's exactly how it happened.
So yeah, like we would, I would go over to his house and we would be watching a game, and I was there, but he wasn't acknowledging me for a while, and I was like, oh no, like he's being serious.
I
right
was
now.
acknowledging you.
Yeah, by holding my hand and making me popcorn with taquis and salsa.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That was delicious.
I wish. No.
With tapatio and chamoy.
No, it was Valentina.
Sí. Yeah, it was Valentina.
My mouth is getting watery.
Yeah, that was delightful.
And so, so todo eso, so obviously I learned a lot of, like, el fútbol, la pasión por el fútbol. So when we started, like I said, we started having our kids, and
that's one thing that I don't regret it, obviously, but I kind of stopped being so passionate because we started having kids.
Yeah, and obviously it was different. He couldn't go play. Not that he couldn't go play, but he was
I
choosing.
could have. Yeah, I chose not to, only because, like, obviously you can get hurt, and
you also,
and I did once.
Yeah,
and I messed up my leg, and then I was on
like,
crutches.
You're done.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, I was like, look, I get it. You love soccer. I totally get it, but
I need you.
You're the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Right here. And I need you to be 100%.
I need you to walk.
Yes. And during this time, you've always driven for a living, technically.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was his right leg. Leg, guys.
His
right leg. And I'm like, how are you going to drive to your patient's house? Hello? Like, and he's like, my left. I was like, yeah, because I need you to get in a car accident. Like, no. And so, yeah, I think that was...
And it's past the statute of limitations, so I did drive with my left leg.
And I was like, dude, you're tripping. So, so I was like, no, you're done. Soccer, love you and all, but you're done. So, obviously, he had to be done with the big part that was, his passion. He almost made a pro, and, like...
Well, I didn't almost make it pro.
Well, you were being...
one time...
What is it, scouted? Is it scouted?
No, tampoco. I wasn't being scouted.
I thought...
No, let me explain. So, my team, we went to, like, this little tournament for a group, El Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
It was here in Fontana. We went to this tournament, and there was a scout there because it was their tournament.
Got it.
This was when I was in high school, and the cool thing that they did choose me. They chose to write my name down and probably contact me. But what ended up happening, I really don't know. Unfortunately, I had a broken phone. I didn't understand what they were asking me. I thought they said they just wanted 2 numbers, but they wanted both my parents' numbers, and yo el pendejo put down my number. And when I say pendejo, it's because I had a broken phone. I can, I know when it rings, but I didn't know who was calling.
Wow.
So, and but the
Tell
cool
me
thing
you're a
was,
Mexican kid without telling me you're a Mexican
yeah,
kid.
but the cool thing was that I had a friend that did get called, to go try out. So they flew him out to Guadalajara to go try out.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. So, at least I don't
It wasn't
think I
meant
was.
for
Yeah,
you.
it wasn't meant. It wasn't meant for
Because
me.
you were meant to marry me. You know.
I mean, they didn't call him. I'm sorry, they did call him obviously, but he didn't make it.
Yeah.
So
He wasn't meant either.
Yeah.
So, like going back, it's a big part of him. Then he made it a big part of me.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited for when the kids started to have, that notion of like, okay, now we can throw a party. Just like literally, guys, if it was I invited my mom, invited my cuñada, I invited my best friend. Like we all
We
came.
invite everybody that can make it. My mom's the one that came.
Oh yeah, and then my suegra too. And so they were here. We did. But honestly, if they wouldn't have been here, and it would have been us and just the kids, like they would have partied it out the same.
We made menudo on a Thursday.
Just for Iker. He's obsessed with menudo. Don't ask me why.
Obviously, this episode's not just about El Mundial, but it's actually about, like just including the culture.
Yeah, keeping our culture alive. And
it's crazy because for the type of kids that grow up, at least second generation, usualmente no te comen menudo, pozole, anything to do with like the actual Mexican culture.
Yeah.
Even my mom's just like, or anytime we go to Mexico también, we're just like, what kind of kids do you guys have? Like our kids eat everything.
And I'm telling you guys, everything. Like me da risa a veces, and I'm just like, dude, why? It's like, because we'll go to taco places, right? And I'm like, Julian, ¿de qué vas a querer tus tacos? He's like, de tripa, de buche.
No.
De cabeza.
Cabeza
de
y
lengua.
de lengua.
Well, what I'm saying is he gives those like, and I'm like, usually kids just ask asada y pollo. Well, that's Iker, but I know eventually.
Yeah, I mean, taco-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Para mí, ahorita no te va a comer the buche or the tripa. I mean,
yeah, but
even a lot of Mexicans don't even eat all that.
Yeah, but if we give them the suadero. Suadero, and don't tell them like, oh, it's another type of meat, se la comen. Like, they'll eat it. And so they're eating it there, and I'm like, oh my God. And then if I give them menudo, they'll eat menudo. If I give them birria, they'll eat birria. If we give them consomé, or what is it? Pancita, they'll eat it.
Oh, yeah.
And like
borrego,
they'll
te come el
eat it.
borrego, te come el chivo.
Yeah. If I make whatever milanesa, they'll eat it.
It's obviously it's not whatever, but they'll eat most of the things.
They're
that we
not
do
ones to ask like, I just want a hamburger and chicken nuggets. Don't get me wrong, they love them too. Like I said, they'll eat everything, but they'll ask for things that are not common for kids that are fully
living in America.
They'll be like, I don't even think they understand what chili cheese fries are. Like they're not the type of
Iker is one that like he'll be, if you ask him what do you want, he'll always say menudo.
Menudo. Like we as soon as we like he sees a Mexican restaurant, he's like, can I get menudo? And I'm like, it's usually how like places Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, no, today's not Saturday or Sunday. And like there's ones where I was like, dude, okay, you'll get it. I was like, but that plate is huge. I was like, are you gonna finish it? He's like, I will finish it. I was like, okay, fine. I ordered him the plate. You guys, I kid you not.
Well, he didn't get all of it either. It was a big plate.
No.
But it was for him and Alec.
No, this time, it was that one time he got it by himself. And he finished it.
En Tacos del Callejón.
Sí. And he got it by himself. And he finished it. And I just looked at him. And he was like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, what in the Jesus?
Yeah, I was waiting for at least a little bite. But nope. He finished it all.
He finished it all. And I was like, oh my God, he did. I was like, oh my god, even if it's not, we're gonna have to work harder, you know. So, so we made menudo. My dad brought like pan dulce. We had cafecito con pan. We had
Bolillo. I
bolillo.
made tortillas hechas a mano.
We like I said, we are those that will go out of our ways to make everything from scratch, and especially when it comes to special occasions like el mundial, obviously, la independencia, just like certain occasions like that. Cinco de Mayo, we've even celebrated Cinco de Mayo, and we've taught them Cinco de Mayo no es la independencia de Mexico, okay? Es la independencia de Puebla, which is a whole different story. La Batalla de Puebla.
Which kind of kicked off for the Mexican independence.
Yeah, and so we explained that to them. That's a big part of me too, because mi abuelita, de hecho, es de Puebla. So we bring that culture to them. We explain to them a lot of things. Yo soy de Guanajuato, which is obviously where...
Your mom,
mi mamá es de Guanajuato. Mi papá es de la Ciudad de México. And so my culture is very alive. I was taught since the age of like 3 by my tío en la Ciudad de México, which is mi tío Jorge, which is Chilango, to dance salsa, dance cumbias, dance merengue. He was a dance instructor out there. And if you know, when it comes to Chilangos, saben bailar porque saben bailar. It's a whole different vibe, a whole different culture in its own.
Yes.
And my husband, he knows how to dance banda, but that's as far as we get.
As far as I go, yeah. And it's funny because my parents know how to dance everything. They are amazing dancers.
Because they moved to la Ciudad de Mexico to work.
Yeah, my dad a los 15 se fue, lo mandaron al DF to go study. For his finish high school.
Yeah, so he is
with his grandparents.
Yeah, so...
And then my mom was born in el DF, pero then se fueron when my grandpa died. I never met him. My mom, what did we say? She was 4 when my grandpa died. Se regresaron al rancho where my grandma was from, which was in Michoacán, Mexico. And then she was, I forget how old she was when she went back.
His mom is Capitalina.
Yeah, I forget how old she was when she went back to El DF.
I think she said like 15 or 16.
Also 15?
Yeah, I think.
And then she worked there for a bit, and then she went back to El DF, to Cumuato. And then that's her. I mean, my parents kind of knew each other growing up already, so they all... they're each brothers and sisters, kind of all grew up together in a sense.
So, so we bring that, right? So we ended up getting tickets to El Mundial es Nuestro that was hosted by Telemundo.
Oh, yeah.
Greatest experience, guys.
It was amazing.
It was one of those things where we went thinking like, oh,
we thought nothing of it.
We honestly thought it was like a community.
Well, okay, not nothing of it. I mean, I was expecting to have fun.
Yeah,
but I didn't expect for it to happen the way it happened.
It was a TV show. We thought it was more like a concert out to the public, a community, open to the public. That's what I thought.
Yeah. She was like, "Hey, I want some tickets to the concert."
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, we're going to the Peacock Theater to like a concert, and we're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be on the Mundial, like, you know." And when we get there,
it's literally the concert to kick off the Mundial. It was on June 7th.
Yeah.
Which was a Sunday.
Yeah, we got to be in the pit. We literally...
Oh, hold on. Let's explain that, because, I mean, I'm so proud of that. Like, I was just like... So we get there. We park. Subimos or whatever. Ya estamos, like, getting ready to go to the theater. Then I asked her, all right, so where do we get these tickets? And she was like, oh, it's at Will Call, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. There's a huge-ass line, which is fine, like, nothing. We get in line. It goes pretty quickly. It starts going. Pero no hemos llegado, like, to even pick up the tickets. And I see this guy. I was like, oh, he's production. They're like, cool. And he has these wristbands. I'm okay, we saw him, and we keep going. And then I see that he has his wristbands. And I was like, hey, what do you think he's giving out? And he starts looking for people. And he's like, hey, you. Not to us, to, like, I don't know, 2 people behind us. And it's like, is it just you and a partner? I was like, no, it's 3 of us. Are they here? And then the girl's like, nah. I was like, oh, well, they have to be here. And I was like, oh shit, like, ¿qué está dando qué?
And then he
Está
tells me,
rifando
he's
una.
like, what's the
No.
pit? Yeah, you did ask me. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was
did.
like, the pit. I was like, honestly, I was like hungry, so I wasn't thinking. And I was like, the pit. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what the pit. We have one wiki. And so I was like, I don't know what the pit is, you know. So then, I was like, well, go ask.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe it's, I don't know.
No. I was like, let me go ask. Y hasta te enojaste, so you're not gonna go ask? I was like, girl, I'm trying to get around this little gate here.
The thing is that when he goes, he tries to do things, he's very calm and slow.
Yeah, she's
And I'm
very
like,
desesperada.
dude, run.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, soy desesperada. But go ahead, tell your story.
So then I go up to him.
Tell
I was
your
like, hey,
5
what is
moments
this
of
for?
fame.
I know. Not even 5 moments. It's okay. I'll get back to you in a bit. So I go up to him. I was like, hey, what's this for? He's like, oh, it's for the pit. I was like, the pit? It's like, yeah, you're gonna be like right in front. I'm like, let's do this. I was like, well, it's me and my wife. Where's your wife? And she's like, she's over here in Wilco. Do we have to get our tickets? Like, nah, just come on. I was like, girl, I'm gonna.
Yeah, so then
then she takes us all the way
like,
to
so
the
what
gate.
is it? And then he's like, the pit right in front. I was like, oh, like the pit.
The people, yeah,
like,
they're
okay,
like literally
cool.
right in front of the
I was
stage
like,
and everybody.
no kids, we're gonna wild it out.
Yeah.
I was like, we are 15 again.
So we go to the front. We go to the entrance. They're like, "Where's your ticket?" I was like, "Hey, they just told us to come here. We don't even have that."
We're lost.
She looks at this piece of paper. I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like,
I was
"Okay."
like, we're lost. We go in the backstage. How do we get there? No, just kidding.
So we go out. So we go in. We're still there. Like, okay, we're inside. What now? We're basically haciéndonos way.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of order some food. And then there's another line. And there's another guy coming. He's like, all right, what's this for?
He's the producer at that point, you know? And so we...
And they're like, okay, let's go. But they're like, oh, no, you guys can't take food. So I knows this.
Well, yeah, because we had gotten some, like a drink, like water. We had gotten a hot dog, some nachos, some pizza, bagel bites. And I'm like, babe. And then I was like, dude, what are you going to scarf it down?
I did.
He scarfed it down. I had
just not the nachos.
Just the nacho because we didn't want to choke on it.
Yeah.
And so
I still have the hot dog because I put it in my pocket.
And I saw him. I'm like, it was sitting in your pocket for 2 hours. And I think he brought it as a souvenir because at this point
I was gonna eat it, but I think I'm just gonna throw it away.
Yeah,
obviously, it's been a week.
No, I wasn't even gonna. I would have been upset if you ate that. And so we get back to the line, right? So we go and we're like walking, and then security stops us. He's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh." The producer told us to follow him, but we were just throwing some trash away.
Yeah.
And then he
goes, the line starts moving. We're like, fuck. And then the guy, the producer does see us. He's like, hey, let them through. So then, yeah, we go through, because there was 2 lines, and then obviously ours was the shortest. And I was like, all right, cool. And then once we actually go into the theater, they start putting us literally right in front. We're just like, oh, shit.
And so we get there, and I was like, so back in the days, like I said, I was in the entertainment industry, and I used to be in this show called Quiero Ser Grupero. I don't know if you guys ever watched this. Para esos que sí miraban la televisión mexicana, or sorry, not mexicana, latina. There's this show, like I said, Quiero Ser Grupero. And I used to be in the pits. Like, I used to get paid for being in the pits. And when I'm talking about, that was one of the most intense jobs I ever had. We used to sit in the pit for 7 hours. So this was in the morning till almost like when the sun. I would go in when the sun wasn't out and come out when the sun wasn't out. And so we used to do that, stand, be the crowd, hype the people, like, hype the show up and whatnot, be the vibe. And so I already knew what they expected from us, right? And so I told Derek, I was like, okay, so I was like, we gotta, be alive, show emotions. Obviously we were excited, dude. We were living. So you guys can't see, but our child just woke up and he's like alegre, but he's like randomly he just moves around. So if you guys hear like little footsteps, that's him. And so, yeah, so I'm like, oh my god, like I was so excited.
Sorry, guys, you guys are gonna hear the
adrenaline, the adrenaline was going. The people were vibing. Everybody was like, oh, like like we're gonna see. And like at that point, I don't think we were. It still hit us that we were about to see so many artists literally get like a full ass concert right in front of us, and we were just like we were like little kids. I feel like we were like who parents who like we didn't know, like we couldn't remember at that point we were parents. We were just living our best younger selves. And like I said, me like being able to enjoy the mundial that way was like my sign to be
kickoff.
This is a different mundial for us. And like I said, going back to those events that like it was a freaking awesome event by Telemundo, where it reminds us of our culture. It like brings us back to that, like ese sentimiento que se siente con el fútbol, con nuestra música, con nuestra cultura, con todo lo que like como nosotros como Latinos or Mexican Americans sometimes lose because we're living in the culture of America. And so when we got home, we had the kids watch it, and they were like, oh, you guys.
So you guys want to watch it? It's called El Mundial es Nuestro
on Peacock.
Brought to you by Telemundo.
Brought to you, yes.
So throughout the 2 hours, or I guess technically the hour and 40 minutes that are actually the actual runtime, you can see us throughout in the corners. There's a good amount of the time when
of his back head.
Of the back of my head. I'm the only one in a red jersey. You would see that, and I'm pretty tall, so
yeah, he's huge. And so the kids, I was very surprised because my son's like, oh, like Luis Fonsi, and he's like, he was so good and this and that. And then he's like because he loves the song Despacito, so he was like, oh, like it. And so like now they put his songs, and like just the fact that my kid knows who Luis Fonsi is brings great joy to me, because I'm like, whose kid knows who Luis Fonsi is, And don't get me wrong, we also le inculcamos like otras raíces, which is not just the our Mexican culture. They know like singers and artists from every other culture that we like, that we enjoy. But yeah, this mundial has made it really, really special to us, because like I said, especially because it's being here in the U.S., so hay muchas cosas que podemos llevarlos, they can be part of it. Same thing, like, Mexico es uno de los países que son los anfitrionistas del mundial, so it's a big part in just being able to show them that vivirlo con ellos, vivir la pasión, like I keep saying, like it's bringing great joy to us, and like I said, we decorated the house. It's staying like that. Like
obviously,
it's freaking
I'm still
Christmas.
When I'm watching the game, like, don't bother me.
Oh yeah, he's like in his game zone, and I'm just like, I need 5 seconds of you. Your kid just destroyed, or like your kid needs water, and he's like, okay, and like he's doing it, but still not taking his eyes off the TV. That is like a talent he has, and so yeah, El Mundial is very alive for the next
month.
A few weeks that we will be, they know that, it's being something special. And like I said, being able to do that, Eric was like crying yesterday. I think because he was realizing that our kids are now, grown-ups in a sense of understanding that this is a big
they're
part
at that
of
age where they're definitely, there's an interest there for the sport.
Like Julian was saying, like, I want to go back to soccer, because he's been playing basketball for the past 3 years. 3 years. He was playing soccer for like 4 years
before that.
And then Iker, same thing, he was playing for like a year or so. And so now they're like, he was like, I quiero regresar al soccer because that's in my blood. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I want to go back. And I was like, okay, then we're going back to soccer, I guess, And so that's a big part. And obviously, this Mundial, we weren't able to go to a physical game because obviously we still have the little one, which is Eliana. And it would just been a lot. And to travel to places and whatnot. So, oh God, he would come and yawn in our moment of, excuse me. I'm just kidding. So, primeramente Dios, the next Mundial, it's going to be game on too because I won't be pregnant anymore. We're not being pregnant around here anymore. So it's going to be very big for us. Wherever we go, primeramente Dios, we will be able to travel, be part of the next Mundial physically in a game. Unless, like, pasa un milagro and we can make 1-1 here, you know? Pero, todo eso, like, it's big, and the Mundial is going to be something that it's going to be an experience of its own with us. And, like, we were even thinking of going to, like, they have, like, fan events here in Los Angeles, Fan Fest. And obviously we will be taking the kids to some of those. And just being part of it, and like I said, we try to keep our culture alive. Like, our music revolves around that, like música, like ponemos banda. But I know maybe some of you are against it, ponemos corridos. O sea, ellos les encanta todo, les ponemos rock en español,
everything.
Cumbias, salsa. They're just alive in their culture porque we don't want that side to die, especially in our family. We want them to understand lo que es venir de, o sea, sus raíces mexicanas, y que primeramente Dios se los inculquen a sus hijos igualmente, right? And like, even though you're in California, there's a lot of culture here of us still alive. And I'm like, keep it alive. Like, let's be that generation that keeps the culture for our kids alive. And that's our raíces mexicanas, nuestro pueblo, everything that we represent. Because it's special, it's unique, and I'm always proud of it. And I think you as más que I feel like, no que yo no sea tan mexicana, pero yo siento que como que la gente de rancho son un poquito más like vivos en eso, right? Like, their culture is more like, yes, we are here, we are present, like,
we grew the tierras.
Ellos trabajan las tierras, y para mí, like, having somebody that did, trabajas en las tierras, as a Mexican American kid, and now that our kids do that, and our kids kind of have, it's funny because our kids, without nosotros inculcar, tienen como que eso poquito where it's like, Julian's like, I want to plant, and like, gracias a Dios, you guys have tierras en Mexico para ¿cómo se dice? Para crecer. And I think, like, primeramente Dios, like, one of these days we will have la fortuna de poder ir a Mexico, and you guys work those lands now as a father and as your kids. Like, that to me brings like great joy, because I'm like, wow, like, we have those possibilities. We can do that. And I don't know, like, just to us, it's like our kids will still be able to, cuando vamos al rancho, our kids are out there playing like they're getting dirty. Oh, God, which it brings a little like to me, because a mí no me gusta que mis niños anden sucios, but I gotta learn, I gotta let them grow, and I need to let them grow and make their immune system strong. It's been hard, guys, believe me, especially Eric, where it's like, let them eat dirt, let them
Ay, tampoco.
Should I remind you about that one time Julian was eating dirt and you're like,
that's true, actually, you're right.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, like, pero a lo mismo, like, es dejarlos ser niños, dejarlos crecer, like how we grew, correr con los primos, irse a las casas del vecino, de la tía, de la abuela, del primo.
Well, mind you, everybody in ese ranchito, they basically are somehow
related to Eric.
Related, yeah.
If it's special appearances of Eliana. Ven, mami. And so she's right here. It's just that the pillows are covering.
Yeah, vente.
And so, yeah, like I said, we're cutting this podcast short at this point. Pero sí, guys, continue to enjoy el mundial. Let's make sure that we keep. Come here, mamas. I don't know if she's so asleep. You know when like they wake up y están todavía dormidos, but they're looking at you. Hold my mic. Hold my poodle. Come here, let me go get my other poodle.
But yeah, let's keep the support going for all the teams in our household. It's especially Mexico, and then obviously the U.S. because we are watching the U.S. game today, Friday, June 12th. Empieza a las 6.
Yeah, and like Eric said, we are also keeping our culture of American, porque somos americanos al final del día también, también we're teaching our kids basically to be Mexican American even though they're fully Americans, and so we want them to understand, be proud of where you come and where your ancestors came from, because you are part, of everywhere. Like you are not, you are part of two great cultures that are very big in this world, and be proud of it and embrace it. Don't be biased. Don't be, I'm gonna say the word. Don't be racist. Like don't think that just because you're here, because I feel like we grew up thinking like we're too Mexican or we're too American, and then like when we're in Mexico, we are
we're not enough.
We're not enough. That's where I was going. Like somos muy americanos, and then when we're here in the U.S., maybe we're not American enough, and we're too Mexican, And so how do you balance that? And like we're trying to teach our kids like how we learn to balance it, right? Like cuando eres en Mexico, embrace that. Don't worry if you're enough or not. Like you're just embracing where you came from, and that is enough. And when you're here, embrace that too, right? And so like, viva Mexico, viva USA, like viva todo eso. And I think like being proud and like I said, where you come from is the most important thing, and making sure that our kids know that, y que recuerden todo eso, y que primeramente Dios, they teach that to their kids, our grandchildren. Oh my God, I didn't think we're gonna have grandchildren one day, guys. And yeah, I'm still gonna be throwing these parties cuando even more. I think I'm gonna get so hyped. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna spend more. Like I'm gonna be like, baby, we're bringing the mariachi, we're bringing the banda, we're having a private concert just for our kids and our grandchildren, our families, our parents. And I think that's a big part too that makes me so proud that I'm able to still I feel because like last thing I'm gonna say, I think que nuestros papás perdieron esa ¿cómo se llama? Perdieron esa habilidad, ese regalo de la vida of being able to be present en su país y celebrar es de esa manera, and so they lost that. And I feel like us being able to still keep that alive and like como celebrarlo, like my dad's always like, ay, imagínate si anduvieran en el Zócalo, and like como que me da like it makes me sad because I'm like, damn, like he's missing out on things like that because
things he used to do. So I'm like, if I can bring a little bit of that joy to him out here, why not? So I'm like, let's celebrate. Like let's bring the matracas and bring the bring the pititos or the pitos, right? Like that's what they're called. And do all of that and celebrate it and sacar una cerveza and whatnot, and like poner música y bailar y gritar y and our kids love that. And so yeah, let's like I said, do it for all our people and keep our culture alive. And the FIFA is a perfect way, guys, perfect way. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Till next time, Mexico. Guys, viva Mexico and USA. Bye, guys.